everybody, welcome back to my kitchen. Well, this week we're going to be celebrating YOM Ha'aztmaut, and I wanted to do something that reminds us of Israel, 74 years of this beautiful state, and what's better to celebrate Israel than together with friends, family, and delicious food. So we're going to make BOUREKAS today. BOUREKAS, I'm going to make today cheese with some vegetables. I'm going to teach you can put your spinach, mushrooms, whatever you want. And I'm going to give you the vegan option or the vegan alternative that is super flavorful but super healthy as well. So anyways, please, if you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe, share it. Most importantly, lose the fear of going into the kitchen. Go at it. It's super easy. You're going to enjoy delicious meals with your family, with your friends, and we're going to bake together and cook together. Let's go. For today, BOUREKAS, we're going to be using phyllo. I think this is the best way to do it because it's so delicious and so crunchy. So get your phyllo dough. You need to thaw it first and just make sure that it's defrosted totally. And once it's defrosted, just put it an hour in your refrigerator. Okay, we're going to start by wilting some spinach. I'm going to use olive oil, so in case you're going to do it vegan or just dairy, whatever it is that you want to do, you can start wilting your spinach with a little bit of olive oil, not too much, maybe 2 spoons of olive oil. Now that the oil is hot, just put your pre-washed spinach, just put it all in here. You're just going to wilt it and season it a little bit. This is going to be really fast. Okay, we're just going to put a little bit of salt and pepper, not too much. That's it. You see how fast? So now we're gonna use some grated mozzarella cheese, which this is a very basic cheese. It's not too strong, so it's like a nice base for the filling. Okay, 2 cups. I'm gonna use some feta. This is how much of feta I'm gonna use. I'm gonna crumble it with my hands here. Now this is a little bit salty and creamy, so that's why I put the mozzarella. So it's like 2.5 cups of mozzarella, and I put some feta. I'm gonna put a bit more feta here to make it more salty. Okay. I'm gonna season with a little bit of herbs de Provence because I like the cheese to have good flavor. Even though it's not necessary. If you want to skip this, you can skip this. And the egg. Right. Let's put it on the side. And now for the vegan option, let's start with the potato. I boiled these potatoes before, so as you see, they're ready. Here, I love these potatoes because they're very easy to just like for anything that is baked or anything that resembles like a mashed potato, this is the best potato. If you don't find this potato, you can use white or red potato, whatever you have available is good. So we're just gonna mash these potatoes, and that will be the base for the vegan one. So this will be the substitute for the cheese. And for the vegan, we're going to use coconut oil. So if you want to keep it vegan, it's the potato, coconut oil, no butter. Now season it, salt, some black pepper. And as well, if you want to put some herbs, thyme, rosemary. I love this combination. There's Tuscany blend. There's so many blends of herbs. You can find them everywhere. They're very inexpensive. Okay, I have all my things ready here. So I have my spinach, my butter, coconut oil, the potatoes, we have the cheese, we have everything here. All right, so now let's start to figure out what size we want to make the borracas. If you want to make them individual, you're gonna have to work a little bit more, but you can also make like a big piece in a circle. There's so many ways to do this, right? They come in two. We're gonna start with one. Have a clean towel always next to you, very important. And based on that, we're gonna figure out which size we wanna make the borracas. I like to make them individual, but you can make it whichever way you want. And if your filo dough is fresh, it should be very easy to handle. It's when it's very old, or like when you freeze it and refreeze it, freeze it and refreeze it, it's very difficult to handle filo dough like that. So always try to use fresh. So I have my whole thing here. So you see, I'm just gonna cut it in two. I'm gonna make individual pieces that are large. They're not very small. Okay. Put them on the side. Put back the plastic because you want to keep them very, very fresh. And your towel. Yeah. All right. Let's start first with the cheese. Start with one. Butter. See, I got two here, so. Okay, the second one. Especially the corners, you want to make sure you get the corners. Okay, one more. We're gonna do 4 each. Okay, cover this. Corners. I don't need to put more of this. Now I'm gonna start with the cheese. Okay, so I'm gonna put like a little bit of cheese around without getting all the way to the corners because I don't want to fill them up too much. And then I'm gonna put a little bit of spinach. Now, this is the thing. If you want to make them with mushrooms or something, you can totally make them with mushrooms, whatever you want. The sky's the limit to this. So I want to show you here. Okay, this is how it looks like. So I'm gonna put this, the spinach, just a little bit more here. One more is enough. Okay, so I'm gonna start by folding this here and the corners in. Why? I don't want the cheese to go out, right? But I'm gonna make sure that I'm not gonna make them too tight because otherwise they're gonna break because this is gonna increase the volume when we bake it, right? So we close here. So we have the first one. We're gonna put it in our tray. Now let's do one with potato. Let's do a vegan one. All right. Now we're gonna start with one. Here's our coconut oil. Two. Three and four. Now let's go with this. Remember, this has to be seasoned really well. So we're gonna do basically the same principle, right? We're gonna do the potato and spinach. Here it is. Okay, same thing, we're gonna close it. Now the sides, the other side. And to the baking tray. Now this is gonna go facing down your baking tray. This part facing down. You can also do cheese alone without the spinach, or I brought this to show you that really the sky's the limit. We can put a little bit of parsley. You like parsley? We can put nigella seeds, black garlic. So you can make this to your liking, really. Mushrooms is delicious in this, zucchini if you like, whatever. I'm ready the one with cheese. I'm just gonna brush a little bit of butter on top. I wanna show you what I did. So these ones are cheese and spinach made with butter. So I put them all together. There are one kind. Now this is the vegan one. Now, the good thing about all of these that you make, if you don't want to use them all at the same time, you can freeze them. You just have to make sure you put something in between so they don't stick together and they're ready to use. These are the vegan, which is potato with spinach and potato with parsley. And these, I made a combo of potato, cheese, and spinach. So, we have everything. We have to preheat the oven at 375 degrees and then choose how many you want to bake. You bake them, and in the meantime, we're going to do the tomato salad. My oven is getting preheated at the moment, and we're going to start making the little salad that goes on the side. Is that delicious tomato sauce that usually comes with the BOUREKAS. I like this kind of tomatoes. Those, they grow in the vine. They have a lot of liquid inside. That's what I want. So I'm going to use one of these graters. Maybe use the bigger one here. Just like cut a little bit. So it's going to be easy just to start grating. So now I have my tomato here. Okay, I have the garlic. I'm gonna put salt. Lemon juice. And we're gonna put a little bit of chopped parsley. Perfect. Okay, so here I have some fresh cucumber with mint. We're gonna use some red onions, dill springs. I took a little bit of olives, and we're gonna serve when they're ready. Here's our tomato sauce. Okay, they were exactly 20 minutes in the oven, so we're gonna take them out. I didn't bake all of them. I was able to show you how I froze the other ones. Okay, I'm gonna let them rest for a moment. This beautiful plate, let me show you. My gelatin. This is the cheese. This is the potato. All right, I'm gonna start to taste the cheese. It's so delicious because the cheese is gooey. It has a little saltiness from the feta. And I have this delicious sauce that you must use for it. Now let me see the potato. It's still very hot. Put a little bit of this. Oh, I like this one more. Oh, it's delicious. And you know what? All these vegetables that you have here, use them because they just add fantastic flavor. And well, listen, happy Yom Ha'aztmaut. We have 74 years of Israel. Have your BOUREKAS, and you know, if you like it, make sure you subscribe.